You're welcome to another training on spiritual warfare. This is the voice of Prince Victor Matthew, and I want you to know that spiritual warfare is actually an attack against your purpose on earth. It's an attack against the discovering of your purpose, the training for your purpose, and the practicing for your purpose. So the devil can, attack you physically, spiritually, intellectually, emotionally, socially, financially. In every ramification of life, he can use anybody against you as long as that will alter you from discovering purpose, understanding your purpose, preparing for your purpose, and practicing your divine purpose on it. So your purpose is the target of the enemy. So in every ramification of life, you need to know that there are different dimensions of the operations of the kingdom of darkness. They don't just operate anyhow. They operate when there is an internal factor that gives them an access, for them to intrude in, because every attack of the enemy will always be coming from external, will be coming from external. But until there is a room created through the internal factor, according to the lectures you've gotten about the internal factor, there won't be room for the external factor to have an influence. So it's difficult for a witchcraft in US to attack a Nigerian in US until there is an internal opening. I want you to understand that one of the dimensions that the enemy uses to operate believers is either you are oppressing someone or you are being oppressed, is oppression. Oppression is when the freedom of speech and behavior is taken away from you. You're oppressed, you can't talk like you want to really talk, you can't behave like you really want to behave, you are incapacitated. Your willpower is taken away from you. You are oppressed. Put in a corner where you are in pain but you can't complain. You are victimized but you can't talk. That is a dimension of oppression. So oppression can be either spiritual oppression, or it could be an human agent that has, created an opening for the devil to use them against you, or you being used against someone. The second dimension of the operation of the spiritual warfare is manipulation. What is manipulation? Manipulation is when you are taking advantage of someone, yet making the person to believe that you are doing them a favor. Manipulation is when you are insulting someone, is when you are influencing someone to do what you want for your own favor by making them to believe you are helping them for their own destiny. That's manipulation. So you could be the one manipulating others, or you could be the one that is being manipulated, but that is the dimension of what manipulation is. It's very, very subtle. It comes as love, it comes as concern, but behind it is an ulterior motive for self-gain. And we have what we call controlling spirit. This is another dimension of spiritual warfare. What is a controlling spirit? A controlling spirit is that attitude, It's a spiritual influence or a physical person that wants you to do what they want and how they want it done. And if you don't do it, peace will not reign. That's a controlling spirit. Nobody else knows more than them. It must be on their terms and conditions, or peace will not reign. They will either spoil the project, they will either make sure the project doesn't work. It's better it doesn't work than somebody else bringing an idea that makes it work. It's a self-absorbing spirit that makes you feel superior to everybody. That only makes you feel is your way or no way. Is on your terms and condition or no way. So when you see somebody behaving that way towards you, that's a controlling spirit. And when you are behaving like that towards somebody, that is a controlling spirit. Then we have what we call domineering attitude. Domineering attitude is another dimension whereby the spiritual attacks of the enemy comes against you. What is a domineering attitude? A domineering attitude is different from a controlling spirit. Okay? A domineering attitude is when somebody is imposing their ideas on you. Is when they are imposing their decisions on you. Is when they want you to do what they want. Their own success. See, their own definition of success is what is success. So if you are successful outside their own definition of success, you are not successful. That is a domineering attitude. That is a domineering attitude. Everything must be about their interest. If it's not going to favor them, then it must not stand. If they are not in the mood for it, then it does not stand. If they don't feel like talking, then anybody that talks is making noise. It's a demonic dimension of oppression. So all these things are brothers and sisters of oppression. So you are oppressed or you are oppressing someone when you are manipulative, when you have a controlling spirit, and when you are domineering in nature. Then we have what we call possessing. This oppression is when the spirit is influencing you against yourself or influencing you against somebody. But possession is when you are possessed. This one, the spirit is operating from inside of you. You are initiated. The spirit is working inside of you. He dwells in you. Okay. You are being possessed by the spirit itself. You are an agent. That is where witchcraft comes into. That is where the occultic powers comes into, occultism and witchcraft and all manner of dubious wickedness comes in. Possession, the marine agents, and the rest. Possession. I want you to know that in the spiritual dimension, you're either a victim or you're a tool they are using against the victims. But either the oppressor or the oppressed, both of you are still a prey in the hands of the enemy. That is the wickedness of the kingdom of darkness. Either you are the oppressor or you are the oppressed. You are a prey in the hands of the enemy. So there are two ways. Is either you are a victim or you are a tool. Judas Iscariot was a tool that was used. Okay? Peter could have been a tool that could have been used, but Jesus prayed for him. So I want you to know that this is what spiritual warfare is all about. So when you notice all these different dimensions, you know that there is an attack against your purpose, against God's plan for your life. It's very important. I hope you've gotten value for your time.